Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. This is Numberz, aka Josh Numberz. Today on the show, we're gonna have TJ Hart. What's up, TJ? How you doing?
Blessed to be here.
We're gonna be talking about life, about TJ, about how he grew up, how he was raised, and the lifestyle he lived, and how he became the man he became. It's a blessing. So, TJ, how were you raised? Where'd you grow up? What was the lifestyle you lived?
Well, I'm actually from a small town in the high desert, Victorville, California. Like I said, it's a small town. I was born and raised in Victorville, like I said. Single mother raised home, bounced around apartment to apartment. She raised 3 kids, so that was kind of rough.
Were you the youngest of the 3?
I'm actually the oldest.
Are you?
So I'm like responsibility.
Oh, so you had everybody looking up at you.
Yes. I didn't take responsibility like the oldest though, because like I said, there was no male role model. So you kind of got to find your own lane with that. It's kind of.
And that's a common thing in life in general, not in the black, not in the white, not in the Mexican. It's just in general.
If you know what I mean, it might be. We can all be a product of that issue. You know what I mean? It's not just race related. We might feel it more in one community than the other. Doesn't mean it doesn't happen in other communities. So, and on top of that, I'm mixed. My mom is Japanese.
Oh wow.
I'm black and Japanese.
Wow.
So
I don't see no Japanese in you.
and nobody would think that. So a lot of issues were common, but they're not common because growing up mixed.
So your mom was.
My mom was Japanese.
Wow. So okay.
So my dad was black. I kind of grew up without a father. So basically, I kind of got to take on a different role.
Right.
As far as like, how can I put it? You just leadership in a different way, but also like, you're the oldest brother.
Right.
So you know that role, but on top of that, there is no male role model. So that's another role in itself.
And so you had to learn all those being an example, which was you didn't know how to, so you had to do it on your own.
You gotta find your own way.
Find your own way. And so in Victorville, growing up, what was it that you did to find your own way? Did you? And a lot of people learn the hard way, right?
I had to find out the hard way.
Okay.
Like you could tell me a wall was there, but I had to physically run into that wall. And I honestly did. I ran into a few issues.
What were those issues?
In juvenile hall,
Yeah.
just lost. Fights, lots of fights.
Yeah.
Kicked out of school, kicked out of districts, homeschooling, probation.
Which is like a common thing in the places that you want to bring what you do for a living back to.
Yes, it kind of led me to why I joined Foot Doctor Sports. So about like a year ago, I would go into low-income communities, kind of like
Where you're from.
where I'm from,
Right.
And give back.
Right.
So what I would do is I would go set up circuits
Right.
and do footwork for free.
Okay, like footwork.
Yeah, because I missed out on sports growing up. One, I didn't have the money, the resources to do it.
Right.
And then I didn't have no male role model to go take me. My mom.
Did you play a lot of sports when you were a kid?
No, because I got into trouble. I got into trouble. So, and then on top of that, I didn't have the resources. So then I would make excuses of why I couldn't.
Okay.
So I figured if I go to these communities and give them a resource, what excuse do you really have?
See, I praise that because me personally, guys, I was adopted. You know what I'm saying? And I was born in a foster home. I was born in prison. A little bit about my background. Okay, my mom was a prostitute. I have 9 half brothers and sisters.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So for me, and it doesn't matter. That's how I look at things. It doesn't matter if no daddy, no mommy. We all have the same opportunity, right? And it's just kind of a cop-out of because I was born here or because I had it harder than you. No, we were all born the same. Doesn't matter color, doesn't matter race, doesn't matter anything. It's just not giving yourself an excuse on why you can't. You know?
The one thing, and this is why I joined Foot Doctor Sports too. Sorry, shout out Foot Doctor Sports. It's just footwork is the foundation. It translates to, as you know, fighting.
Right.
Footwork is key. Do you not teach that?
Oh yeah, all day.
Preach it to them, right?
Preach it. Move your head, move your feet. You're not in cement. Right.
Same thing with basketball, baseball, football, soccer, you name it, rugby, go across it. Thank you. And it's the same way that we teach to train, and I know you teach the same thing. Yeah. It got to help make people move better.
If you're more confident in your walk, you can be more confident in your talk.
Well, you got to walk before you run,
right.
Before you jump,
right.
And then you play sports. You know what I mean? So if you help do one, it's going to help improve the rest.
And going back to what you want to give back to the community, I wanted to mention something too. I wanted to do the same thing. So I want to open up a school, a real school that will teach kids about life. Because in school they don't teach you life. They teach you history and teach you things that really you don't bring to the table when you get out of school. They don't set you up for life. And that's communication, networking, money management, investing. They don't teach you none of these things. And you have to go to school to learn something so common sense, right? And it's hard because in that culture, it's not cool. In our generation, it's not cool to invest and do real estate. But they want the fancy things. They think the hip hop or that's gonna solve their problems, you know? No, I mean, of course you can make a lot of money doing it, but not every big mogul or every big guy or something is just doing hip hop. And most of the time they make money off of real estate or anything else. So we gotta teach these kids from where we're from and where we came from that what we have here and what we're in life is possible. How long have you been part of the Foot Doctor family?
Almost going on a year, you know what I mean? Like I said, about a year ago, I was going into the low-income communities and, you know, giving these kids the resources that I have, which is knowledge and how to move better and stuff that I couldn't afford growing up, which is training, because training can be, you know, it's a privilege, you know what I mean?
And sometimes it's just time. Man, yeah. It's just time, really with them, it's just time, man.
You can see, because I will go to these low-income communities, and I still do, and I'll be like, hey, coach, when are we gonna train?
Okay.
And I literally gave them 1 hour.
Yeah, that's it.
Literally 1 hour, and they're calling me coach, when are we gonna train no more? And the hope that you give them.
That's how I feel for my gym. You know, the life I give back to the guys and the hope that I give them and the discipline I give them, I can see it that gives me way more joy and fulfillment in my life to see somebody successful without having to give them money. And then that's what they want from me. It's just time.
This is something that's so beautiful about it. Where can you go amongst trainers where they're not egotistical and give knowledge?
What's in life in general?
Thank you. And we don't have that no more.
No.
And Foot Doctor is that.
Oh, that's dope.
You know what I mean? It's a family, and you may be good at what you're talking about as far as what you just said, as far as real estate, right? What if I'm good at this other side of business?
Right.
And I can give you this, and we can come together and make it even better.
Right.
So this is what we're about. And this is how the Foot Doctor Sports is what we believe is just something that's so much more than just footwork.
Right.
Look, we're healing people now.
It's life.
Yes, it's life, exactly.
I mean, what is it every morning you wake up and drives you every day?
My kids.
Your kids.
My kids, like literally it's my girls.
Okay.
Like I said, I grew up in a broken family. Like I could spend all day long on like how broken it is.
Right.
We won't get that dysfunctional.
Right.
Just know it's really dysfunctional.
Right.
So like that's my ultimate goal. It's just to give them hope. Cause look, at the end of the day, you can't change the world. No. Like in one, like as much as I want to, I cannot change the world. But I know what like I can do.
Right.
I can change as much as I can and pass this baton on. So my goal is to pass the baton to them, run this race as far as I can before I got to pass this baton to them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's living as an example, though.
Yes.
Because that's the main issue in life, right? You wanna represent who you want the people around you to be.
That's your legacy.
Right. That's your legacy. Because that's what you leave behind, right? That's what is on your.
That's my kids.
That's your tombstone and your kids though too, because but your kids don't have to be a part of that.
My legacy?
Exactly. Because if you're not a part of their life, how are they going to be a part of your legacy? You know what I'm saying? So that's a blessing in it all. If you're there for them, whether you're not in a relationship with the mom, whether you're separated or not, you try your hardest to spend time with them, and you spend that time with them, and you tell them how to be, and you show them as an example. It's going to be the best thing in the world, because then in life, they're going to be able to take care of you. Exactly. That's what you do. That's what you want, right? Start off on their diapers so they can end up on yours.
Facts. That's the reality of a nature.
Well, today, we're going to have to cut it. But it's a blessing to have you here, dude, and I could feel the energy from who you are as a person, and I appreciate you coming on, and I hope to have him back again, and thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you, TJ.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you for having me.
God bless everybody. Numberz 1.